In 2023, we will discover that God doesn't exist. Seer Gianna Talone-Sullivan, February 3. Message by Our Lady from Emmitsburg, USA. This message from Our Lady, given to the American Seer Gianna Talone-Sullivan, is quite disturbing because it describes an advancement of communism and a world order that will force us more and more to do the things we don't want to do, deprive us of individual freedom even more. But what it says about the Church is really incredible. It describes a schism within it, changes to the public worship of the Mass, and many people with power will try to make us believe that God does not exist. But Our Lady urges us to pray because peace and truth must prevail. Let us read the message. My dear little children, praised be Jesus. Even with your free will, my duty as the Mother of God is to protect and transform all my children to live the truth and to be holy children of God. My responsibility is for your sanctification, and it is your duty to trust in my intercession. God does exist. I continue to plead with you to return to God, the true God, not the gods of evil, paganism, and idols which are being built into your society, representing your ideals for abortion, financial paganism, and the gods of impurity of Baalism. Pay close attention to what is unfolding in this current state of the world. It started with modernism, which began removing ethical and moral values. It changed the reasoning process of many of the people in the world, which set up a superficial stage where people began to trust in their emotions and feelings, devoid of prayer and living in the ways of God's truth. What once was proclaimed throughout history as truth began to be moved aside and buried for emotional reasons. Many people in this country began to decide and receive only what they wanted without upholding the very laws your forefathers developed, which made your country safe, great and free. Powers to be began creating policies with the leader through involved and mainly for population control and economical power for a few elites and large organizations. You are now beginning to see communism develop, where the One World Economic Forum is creating laws to enslave you and to demand that you believe what they want you to believe. Your currency and freedom are being threatened, and their motive is to instill fear. Look what the pandemic did to the world. Fear seized every element, and many of my children were spiritually and physically paralyzed with depression and despair. This is not what God desires, my dear ones. You are not living in an authentic and free environment. Time is coming, and has already started, that you will not be able to even discuss or stand up for the truth or any issue that questions what authorities will mandate that you believe. Evil has already infiltrated the Church, and if you even draw attention to this, you will be ousted. There is already a schism at the level of the Holy See. If one of my priests or bishops or cardinals preach the doctrine of truth, they are removed. Pray, little ones, for what is happening in the Church. Pray for your world. World War III is close. You are inviting communism unless you boldly take a stance. This is the time to stand up for your God-given rights. Even your civil leaders are starting to prevent you from speaking the truth. Before long, religion will no longer be able to be practiced because they will want you to believe God doesn't exist. Already changes are being orchestrated to the public worship of the Mass. Don't allow fear to seize you. Be strong, unite for truth. Saint Michael the Archangel and his militant army will protect you. I am inviting you to total freedom in and around you and the right to enter my heart to share in my interior life. Always remember I am present to you so that you can have union with my heart. Pray, little ones. Pray, pray, pray for peace and truth to prevail. All glory and praise to Jesus Christ, your Savior. Thank you for your response to my call. Ad Deum.